In Resident Evil 2, we were introduced to Ben Bertolucci, the reporter. He began investigating the bizarre murders that took place in the Arklay Mountains during the summer of 1998. He was not from Raccoon City, but seeing as no one would want to look into the investigation, he took it upon himself to try and get the scoop regarding the bizarre murders of Raccoon City. It is unknown whether Ben knew Kurt the journalist, but he was familiar with Alyssa Ashcroft. In the comics, we are shown that he was hiding in the air ventilation system, spying on William Birkin and Ada Wong, arguing about what's been going on and revealing that Umbrella was behind the outbreak. This gave him enough evidence to not only take down the police chief Brian Irons, but Umbrella as well. He managed to sneak out of the Umbrella facility without being seen and headed straight towards Carlos's bar for a drink before heading out. The bartender poured him a drink, and Ben let him know that there's a strange virus that's turning people into zombies, and he'd better leave town before it's too late. But the bartender replied, "Whatever you say, pal." And not a minute goes by when two zombies break through the glass behind the bartender. Ben shouts, "See? They're everywhere!" And as the bartender unloads his weapon on the two zombies, Ben exits the bar without seeing if the bartender managed to protect himself against them. And seeing as zombies are already starting to appear in the streets, he visits the Kendo gun shop before leaving town. He knows that he must get himself a weapon or he'll be dead soon. As he enters the Kendo gun shop, we see that Robert Kendo is with a customer. The man tells him that he needs another round of shotgun shells. He's not sure what he just saw outside, but he's not taking any chances. Robert Kendo tells him that he knew something strange was going on. He sold more weapons and ammo that day compared to what he sold the rest of the year combined. As the man leaves, he tells Robert Kendo that as soon as he's fixed the zoo's electrical grid, he's heading straight home and locking himself in. Ben approaches Robert Kendo, ready to get himself a weapon as well, and this is the last time we see him until the moment that Leon reaches him in the holding cell.
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella, based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
After managing to steal the keys to his cell from a police officer, he lets Leon know that he has the keys to his cell, but he's not taking any chances to try and escape, as he knows just how bad things have gotten. The streets are infested with zombies, and a large creature is roaming through the police station. And even though he knows a way out, being through the manhole that leads through the sewers, it is far too dangerous to take his chances. During his investigation, he stayed at the Apple Inn working on the case for months, and after Brian Irons found out about his investigation, he immediately ordered for his arrest and was found entering the South Raccoon Street station and possibly attempted to get away from them, as his briefcase and rail pass happened to be discovered in different areas. Surprisingly, Leon and Ada aren't the only two to interact with Ben in the holding cell. It turns out that the surviving characters from Resident Evil Outbreak also managed to find him in the scenario known as Desperate Times in Outbreak File 2. If you provide him with any of the film items you find, you will unlock him as a playable character, but only after buying him, of course. He will also give you the Sapphire Crest in exchange for the paperwork proving that Brian Irons was guilty, making sense as to how he managed to keep the evidence files if it was confiscated, including the weapon or weapons that he must have gotten from the Kendo gun shop, leaving him completely defenseless when William Birkin broke into his cell. In both scenarios of Resident Evil 2, Ben is killed by William Birkin, either by being mortally wounded or by being infected with a G embryo just like Brian Irons. But before he dies, he gives Leon the file containing evidence of the police chief working with Umbrella. In Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles, both Leon and Ada don't reach Ben on time. Instead, they find his corpse in the jail cell with writing on the wall written in blood.
Oh God.
That scream we just heard, it must have been him.
That's Ben.
There's something on the wall.
With no hope of survival, I write this. He must be talking about the police department's involvement with the pharmaceutical giant Umbrella.
Look at this. The station and the lower level lab at Umbrella are connected by a sewer. If we can get access to that sewer, we can get out of here.
It's a shame that both Robert Kendo and Ben Bertolucci were not given the chance to interact with Leon, Claire, or Ada. Even if the gameplay of Umbrella Chronicles is an arcade shooter, they could have given us additional cutscenes based on interactions with both Robert Kendo and Ben the Reporter, perhaps allowing for a chance to reach them if done under a certain time or after collecting certain items along the way. But at least we'll be able to get a new look at both characters in the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story. Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben.
That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, be sure to leave a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you'd like to see some extra content or you'd like to see your name at the end of the videos, then feel free to support the channel by donating a single dollar to my Patreon. There are also additional perks for donating more than $1. The link is on the description along with the link to my Facebook page, Tumblr, DeviantArt, and Twitter. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.